Okay, so this is a 3-part breath series, which I absolutely love because it's so simple and so powerful. All about the nervous system. When we are closed off, stuck, we got a big kink in the hose, we can use one of these or all of these simple breath techniques to shake out of it. And I'm talking about the nervous system being freeze mode, fight mode, flight mode, and the appease mode is another one, please and appease, and the ventral vagal, which is when we are in our most socially engaging, brilliant, loving, vulnerable, open state, our most natural state. And when our vagus nerve is regulated, we are in that state. When we are in freeze mode, we're at the bottom of the ladder. We are shut off. We are overwhelmed. We are closed down. That is the lowest of the ladder. And the next phase is the fight or flight mode, where that's in the middle, where we're activated. We got energy moving, but we're like running away or we're ready to pound something. And then the next one up is the ventral vagal, which is right center, where we're open, where we're our most loving, open, and free. And we go in and out of these states. And sometimes we're triggered by something someone says in a meeting, or this happened, or I see something, or I smell something. And right away, whoosh, we close off or we run. And our body's triggered because possibly that's how I responded 15, 20 years ago when a certain thing happened to me, for my body to keep me safe. That was my body's responding to keep me safe. It had me run away. It had me shut down when maybe I wanted to get in there and say something and pound someone. But in the moment, my body made me shut down. And perhaps for years I've felt guilty about that. I've wanted to speak my voice, let it move through, but I haven't done it. These voice techniques are a way to activate that, to unkink the hose, to move it through. It's never too late. It's always an opportunity to bring old, stuck energy back through. And every time we're triggered by what that person says, or seeing how this person reacts over here, or whatever we're triggered by does the most in this body, it's an opportunity for us to come back to this body and say, okay, how can I get back to my socially engaging, most enjoyable, most brilliant self, ventral vagal? We know how we respond. We tend to close off, or we tend to get aggressive, or we run away. And some of us do all of those things, but certain things that have happened in the past, very traumatic things, have caused us to respond in a certain way, closing off or running away, when really we wanted to be bold and upfront and speak our voice. Well, now we can do it by activating our voice. So the first one, number one, is the humming sound. And this is opening up our ventral vagal, our vagus nerve. And you're actually going to feel it's opening here. You're actually going to feel it stimulate all down through the body. So if you're in a fight or flight state, you were triggered, it's fresh, you got it. This is something you can come to when you're out on a walk, when you're in your car. This is something you can come to, and it takes 2 minutes. So first of all, take a deep breath in. This is the humming breath, number one. When we make that sigh sound, we're signaling to our body we're safe in this body. Just when you make that audible, move your neck a little bit side to side. Okay, so coming to the humming breath, we actually puff out the cheeks, and it's a 3. So what's actually happening there is a vibration. I feel it. I feel it in my whole body. There's a vibration going up and down. And it can move that stuckness that starts way down here in the freeze state. It can help to loosen it up. And you feel the opening here that perhaps after you do that, you feel free. Number 2 is the freeze breath. When someone scares you, and they jump out at you and you do a like you freeze, you're in a kind of a panic mode. We're going to over exaggerate that to actually take us out of that. So if you find you're in that freeze mode, you're overwhelmed, stuck, can't move, it's like internally you're kind of curled up, you want to, step away from the world. To get out of that, we're going to activate it more. So it looks like this. Let's take a couple grounding breaths. Do 3. So what a way to release it, to actually go into it, exaggerate it, tense all up. Even my eyes went big, and then come out of it. It's your body, you're bringing your body through the physical to move it up the system. Okay? So that's the freeze breath. Number 3 is the fight breath. And this is something that's very powerful to bring you back to your power, to that voice, to your boundaries, to knowing what you want and saying it. In some cases, I know as a teenager, I withheld a lot of stuff I wanted to say because I didn't know what to say. And I'd walk away feeling, geez, like in group settings, I wish I would have said that. I wish I would have said what I thought in the moment. I wish I would have told them my true feelings on that. But I didn't. I closed off. And so in certain situations, that part can be triggered again. This is a way to move that energy through, even in present day, even if it's something that is from 20 years ago that keeps reigniting. This is a chance to finally give that part a voice, to allow yourself to move that part through that you weren't able to in a certain situation years ago, a traumatic situation. It could be abuse, it could be something a teacher said to you and you wanted to stand up for yourself and you didn't. That was the case in my case, actually, as well, as a teacher who humiliated me in front of the class. Well, this is a way that I can stand now and claim that part of me. So what you're actually going to do here is tense up and step into your wild, in your power, and make the sound with your voice. And this is a powerful one, especially when you feel your boundaries have been crossed or something has happened to put you back in that old state of shutting down or running off. So we want to bring back the fight. So this is how we do it 3 times. Ha! 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 And just in those 3 times, the energy I have in my body now, the flooding is crazy. It's like that, when you just miss getting hit, like you're in the car and you just miss something, you get that flood of energy, the heart's pumping because you just missed it by that. This is that feeling. but we're moving out of that stuck state. And we're standing in our power. And this is the time where we can speak what we want to speak. That is the fight breath. One more time. Ha! And it feels so good. So after you do the breaths, ground in the body and just notice the sensations. And notice what it has done to your state. Notice how you feel. Do you feel any different? And if you don't feel any different, that's okay too. Which one of these breaths resonated with you the most? Okay? These are ones that you can do anytime, anywhere. And you can grab any one of them to get you out of that freeze state, to get you out of that fight, flight state, to bring you back to that open state where we all want to be, in that safe body. Safe to express who you are. Unkink that hose and just stand in your own power. And just feel and be in this body in which we live and express every day. Okay? That's all I got to say, baby. Loving on you. Mwah.